Aloha kakayaka, everyone. I just finished working out, so I'm all sweaty, but I wanted to get this video out today because it's something that's been coming up a lot this week. And I went through an experience with it maybe for like a full year, but I was asked to share some stuff in a women's group the other day, and I felt it was really important to bring out to everybody because we all go through this. Yeah, we all experience this. So it's negative thought patterns. Yes, we all do it. Even if, and it's funny because we don't think that we're doing it, but we are. Like, even you could be the most spiritual person, but the monkey mind comes in, the egoic mind, and always has something to say. And it's what comes out of our mouth or what is processed in the whole thought pattern that really matters. That's normal to have a negative thought pattern. We're in the human form. And that's what we came here. We came here to experience emotions and, thoughts and go through the humanness, the human experience. So we're not godlike here on this planet. We strive to be, but we can't be godlike in a daily practice living in this 3D reality. Maybe if we're sitting on a mountain, yes, that's easy, away from everything. I'm just saying. So anyways, negative thought patterns come in, like they just sneak right in. And one of the exercises that I did for a whole year is look at the thoughts that I was thinking and wondering, is it my egoic mind thinking or is it coming from the heart? Is it coming from the ego or coming from the heart? And this is simple things. So I was still working and my wife wasn't working and she was home, and every day she would cook me dinner, she would clean the house and get everything in order for the kids and whatnot. And then when I would come home, I would just have to eat, enjoy her meal and whatnot. So the days that I was off, I would cook dinner, of course, to help her out, right? But I would have to ask myself, are you doing this from a loving space or are you doing it because you feel obligated? And when I really looked at it, at the egoic mind, at the thoughts, I was like, I was doing it because I felt obligated, because I wanted her to have a rest. And I was trying to meet up to her standards. And it really wasn't about what I wanted to do. It was how she was feeling and thinking. It wasn't it wasn't coming from my heart that I wanted to do this. And of course I didn't tell her. I didn't say, hey, I'm not doing any of this stuff out of the heart. I'm doing it obligated because you do so much for me. No. But for a whole year, every single thing that I thought about or was ready to do, I would look and ask myself, is this coming from the egoic mind or is this coming from the heart? And if it was not coming from the heart, I would either not do it at all or I'd have to change it. So thinking like changing it, how do you change it? How do you change wanting to wash the dishes, right? So I would go, oh, I'm gonna wash the dishes because she did the cooking. But did I really do it because I wanted to wash dishes, to give her time to relax and because I loved her? Was that the thought pattern that was going on, the feeling, the emotion of the heart? No, it was, she cooked dinner, I have to do the dishes. I have to get this all done and cleaned and let her rest. And that's the egoic mind. And it can be so simple, just something like that, thought patterns that we don't realize that we're having. And those are little examples, but I'm sure we have big examples, like people driving down the road and somebody going in front of you and cutting you off. All of a sudden you get triggered and you're like, okay, I want to go after this person, or, I want to make sure that he knows that I'm very upset. But we don't know the reality of the person, right? And so when I would think about that and go into the thought, I would go, I don't know the reality of the person. He might be like super late to work and it's the last day that he has to be late because he was helping his wife or something, or kids, and he's going to get fired. We don't think like that. We always think in the negative. And whatever negative thought patterns we push out, that's what we get back. And so we keep saying, oh, there's all this negative energy and coming around and, my experience is this, but we're creating those experiences from our thoughts. And half of them we're not even aware of. So I just wanted to put out this video and just talk about negative thought patterns and we need to start to look at those little thought patterns that doesn't come into the forefront, that we're not aware of. And so that's my challenge to you. My challenge is just for 30 days. Just for 30 days, I want you to ask yourself that question. Is what I'm doing coming from the heart space, or is it coming from the egoic space? Am I doing this because I'm afraid of how others will perceive me or look at me or think of me? Or am I doing this purely out of love for this person, or unconditional love? And you don't have to tell the person or tell me or anything. You just do it. This is your own exercise. You just do it with yourself. And you'll be amazed what happens and what you notice. Okay? Well, let me know. You can DM me, or just, as you go through the days, let me know like how this exercise does for you. Okay, ohui ho, aloha.